Welcome back to my channel. This is Ingenious Giacomo, and today I am working. It shows 97% charge. It is not absolutely true. It is 97%, but the battery capacity has been severely compromised. That's a Clover, what is it called? The only one, the Flex, Clover Flex. This is my second repair on this unit, and you can see it now. First sign, how it popped open, because the battery is a lithium-ion polymer fails, and by failing, what happens, it gets swollen. I don't know if you ever saw those batteries. It's like a little bag, then they get double the size. They pop open the back of your phone, whatever they are in it. It's just a common failure on those lithium-ion battery after a while. Now, the biggest problem with the Clover Flex is a beautiful machine, don't get me wrong. Capability to work with a SIM card, so remotely. He has a printer built in for this size. It's very amazing considering a tiny little printer with a thermal paper. And see, this side is normal, the other side completely popped open. So we got that going on now. There's the charger. Like I said, once I put on the charger, it shows it's charging, then it shows like 97% full, but the moment I turn it on and take it off, it dies within a few seconds. So the battery is shot. Biggest problem with this machine, they used to have batteries available. I looked everywhere, Europe, China. They made by LG, and those batteries sadly are somehow, they disappear from the market. So once your battery goes, who's I would say unexpected failure on a 2-3 year old machine, you cannot get it anymore. Technically you got to buy a new machine. It was like $400 something. And the other problem is there is plenty, there's one of them, of used Clover machine. You see, this one is perfect almost, and I got this one on eBay. I pay only $33 with shipping, because that's the issue. People sell the used Clover machine with everything complete. Your bank won't let you use them. It's not like a used credit card terminal where you can actually re-register on your account with your merchant account. Those ones, the banks don't want to deal with it. So I don't know if the battery disappearing from the market was intentional. So every time this goes bad, so let's take it off the charger and let's see how long it lasts. But you cannot use it like that. Another interesting thing too, there is a port in the back. You would think you can plug it in and use constantly plugged in, like with a phone charger. They use a USB-C phone charger, and same reason happened, because I think power first goes to the battery, then to the unit, and once the battery fails, you just out of luck. So let's see if it starts. It's gonna try to start. Yes, it tried to start, but then it never make it to the full starting process. So there's my other machine. I got very, lucky. It was an auction, and it works perfect condition. I checked the printer, everything. Sadly, I cannot use it because my bank won't let me switch the machine on the account. So it's not my bank, the company I work for it. So let's get this one started. As you can see, the battery is good. So yeah, there's gonna be my, I'm technically cannibalizing the machine. I bought it just for the battery. I really didn't bought it for anything else. Technically I could use the screen, I could use few parts out of it. The only thing that really was bad is the motherboard, because your serial number and your merchant data is embedded into that. And like I say, I tried to talk the bank into let me swapping it. See, this one is booting up. It's almost similar to the Windows thing in the old Windows 7 with a different colors coming up. So the machine is up. The battery looks like it's a good life. Like I said, $33 including shipping, hard to beat. It's a shame I could just use this machine on my account, but sadly I had to take it apart and take the battery out. So let me get started. It's pretty easy with a few screws. So let me start with the machine, the donor machine. This one is like up now, but I don't think it's gonna last for a long time. Yeah, when the battery gets swollen like that, it's just it's not usable. So yeah, this one is, I let it run for a few hours. on battery. I was very blessed. So you can find the donor's machine just for the battery. Now, most of the time I do ask, is the battery good? They tell me yes. And it is worth it, because otherwise you need to spend $400 to change the machine. Okay, all I need is these screwdrivers. I have a whole kit here from Harbor Freight. It's like 10 something dollars. Okay, let me get started with the disassembling project. It's my donor machine. Let me turn it off first. I guess you hold the power button. Maybe not. I don't know, weird. Oh, power off. Okay, yeah, you hold the power button, it goes off. I think they use a special tip on the screwdriver. It's one of those small ones. I think like a torque type. I just forgot which size, because like I say, it's not my first rodeo with this one. And I think you got to pry it off, and it's been so long, like over 2 years since I did that one. So let me work on it. I'm gonna need some extra tools. So give me a moment to get the extra tool, something to pry it open. There is some screws here. Let me take the paper out. Let me start with that, removing the screws. It's a very tiny one. Oh, I think it's the tiniest one of all. Very, very tiny, like I'll say like a Torx. What it looks like. Let me start removing my screws. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I see for sure this one, yes. This one is one of those. This is what I remember. It was kind of confusing to know which screw. Just, I think at the time I took them all off. And to get the cover off, I think I took the printer door out of it. So I'm gonna save all my screws in the lid of my screwdriver container. Another one here, I see it. So this number 2 screw. Okay, you got it. It's a different size screw. Let's see now if I can pry it open. You see, the other one is easier because it's halfway open on its own due to the pressure the battery is making. I don't see any more screw. I think it's all, everything else is like you just pry it open. Horrible. Oof. I can see where the line is, so there. Gosh, it came on again, so let me take it off. Bunch of clips. Okay, let me get something. Anyway, I'm back here opening up my Clover Flex. So it was not as easy. I know I kind of struggled. I took those screws off. I didn't need to. So technically, it's were only 2 screws. Those 2 additional screws on the printer, you can leave them there. They really don't affect removing the lid. I use a razor blade carefully to pry open all the perimeter of the unit. It's so hard though, you know. It can, now I think it can come off. Yeah, that's what I remember the last time. The printer lid was in my way. I don't think there is a way to get it out without removing the printer lid. That's the pain in the neck. It's a bunch of screws, 6 of them. Still have to use the same torque screwdriver, because see, I can get the lid up. Maybe I don't need to get it out completely to remove the battery. Let me see. All I need to do is remove the battery from this one. It turned back on, by the way. So, power off. Yeah, let me remove the lid. I'm gonna, just in case. So 6 screws. So far 2 screws to take the lid off. The other 2 not necessary on the printer. You can leave them there. Yeah, I wish there was a way to do without doing this, but I like to have full access to the battery, so I can show you. It's a lithium-ion polymer, like I say, everywhere. Amazon, eBay. Used to be around $40. Nowhere to be found. By changing the battery, you need to do a reprogramming or swapping your unit, so you're able to use your old unit without paying for under $50 approximately for a new unit. Was the only difference is new. Eventually you will have the same problem in a couple of years with the battery. So it's kind of weird that there is no spare parts available. So once the battery fails, it's disposable, really. You know, so far cell phone Actually, cell phones are difficult to fix now too. So let's see what happens. Anyway, I'm down to the last screw here. Let's put those in my box so I don't lose them. I'm not planning to use this machine anyway. It's just a spare part machine, so I don't need to be extremely careful on it. Okay, my lid is off. I put on the side. Collecting my last screw. Now my lid should come off. There's something holding it. Trying to see what it is. Oh, there's little. They were the clamp from the printer. Okay, so this is my infamous battery, the lithium-ion polymer battery. Part number HA22121001 is made by LG Chem. Yeah. No way. And to remove the battery, you got to take 2 screws out. But once again, once this failed, the machine is pretty much useless. And I think it was all planned. And the battery, once they failed, they get very, very, how you call it, like swollen. They double in size. That's why the other one had the lid pop open and they no longer retain a charge. So that's it. Let me move on with my disassembly. So the 2 screws, the battery will pop out. Anyway, that's my machine taken apart. Already removed the 2 screws holding the batteries. Now I'm taking the battery out. So you know, the battery, once you remove the screw, it just pops up. As you can see, it's a little connector. It just lay on top of that, and then you screw it back on when you change it. So all you need to do. This battery is in perfect shape. There's no sign of being swollen or expanding. And I wish they sell them, honestly. That by the way, $40 for a battery like that, it's kind of highway robbery. Should be around $10, but you know, they're always taking advantage. But you cannot find it anyway, so we have no choice but to cannibalize all perfect unit to get the batteries out, since the bank don't want to work with us. So now to put the battery in the other unit, same exact process, just reverse the step. So you gonna open it the same way I did the receiving unit. That's the donor unit. You take this swollen battery out, and you can actually pop this battery in, put the 2 screws holding the battery down, put the lid back on, put the little cover for the printer, and there is only, like I say, 2 screws securing, and I took out 2 screws there, didn't need to. They're holding the printer down, so I'm gonna put it back on. And also a good thing to know, if your printer, receiving printer, has damaged cover, you can actually use this one. The good thing about this machine, for example, the screen is perfect. I don't know the motherboard is building into the screen. That's a good question, where all my data is. And I didn't know this thing actually has a camera and look like even a microphone. Weird. Okay. So that's it. Thank you again for watching. This is Ingenious Giacomo is how to fix a Clover Flex machine with a battery problem. Okay.